Welcome back to the University of Life in this course, Unlock Your Potential. And today I flipped open to Chapter 7 of Heal Your Emotions. Chapter 7 is called Common Challenges. And there are 54 little sub-chapters in this one because you know what? There are a lot of common challenges. One of them, the one we're going to discuss today, is anxiety. Have you ever wondered why anxiety is so much more prevalent these days than it used to be? Well, I've read lots of studies, research on the causes, and they sound plausible. But actually, this course is really not about analyzing the causes. It's about solutions. So let's get on with it. As you'll see in Chapter 7.9 here, your anxiety, originates in your thoughts, right, in your mind, and therefore that's also an ideal place to find some really good solutions to allow you to feel some more peace and relax and get on with living your life and doing what you want. So that's what this is all about. And 7.9 here shows one way which can bring your anxiety to an instant halt. It's pretty cool. So let me read you this. It's short, and then you can put it to use and give it a try. Chapter is called Throw a Wrench in It. Sometimes negative thought patterns feel like massive, powerful machines that none of your imagery or other healing techniques can resist. No matter how you try, you can't stop its inertia. You can't stop feeling scared or rotten or defeated or whatever. When that happens, a useful bit of imagery involves tossing a wrench, or even better, a massive steel crowbar, into the gears and forcing the machine to grind to a halt. So let me explain this a little bit because you don't have the background of the whole book. So your subconscious mind, remember, I know we discussed this in previous videos, is largely imagery based. That's one of its main ways that it functions and communicates. And so you can use conscious images to act as metaphors and connect with those and interact with them and get them to change. So in this case, if you can imagine, maybe you have a big feeling of anxiety or any big negative feeling like it listed there, then just imagine that has a bunch of big gears, turning and rolling along, the great big machine of awfulness, right? And as soon as you've generated that metaphor and connected it with the big rotten feelings you've got going on, now you can work with it. So take that wrench or that crowbar, a big boulder, whatever you want, a car, a bus, a skyscraper, I don't care, whatever feels like it'll work for you, and take it and jam it in those gears and imagine those gears just choking on it, just coming to a stop and not be able to move, And if you do that, since that image is connected with the emotions, you'll find that the emotions also kind of cease, kind of cut off right there. May take some practice, of course, by page 184. I'm assuming here that you have some practice and you've had some successes, and so keep trying it, keep working it. But even if you don't have practice, like actually really using the imagery of your mind, you use imagery all the time. That's how most people think. And so you'll probably find that you're a natural at it, that you're a pro already, and it'll probably work rather well. Okay, reading on. This stop may be only temporary at first because it doesn't actually resolve the block, but it provides you with instant relief and gives you a chance to work on the block with other methods. If you stop the machine long enough, your brain will explore and understand it and discover better ways to perceive the world. It will begin to get used to having the machine stopped, and then relief becomes the new norm. And third, you can use the crowbar to pry the machine apart until it falls in pieces and stays that way. Now you've made a permanent difference. Feel free to get creative with other tools such as a giant sledgehammer to help demolish the machinery. So once again, once you have a visual metaphor to represent your feelings, you can stop it, or you can tear it apart in so many different ways. Here's just one of the ways that can work quite well. Now understand that you're probably not going to completely eradicate all of your anxiety with one little step, one little visualization, one little technique. but you can begin to learn to overcome it. You can begin to make a difference. You can begin to take control of your thoughts and learn how to influence them. And eventually, when you get down through all your layers, then you will feel better. And so be satisfied with incremental gains, with feeling a little bit better today, a little bit better next week, next month, this year. Take whatever time you need for this. It's worthwhile. And in the meantime, live your life the best you can. But these steps will help you live it just a little bit better. So please, in the comments below in YouTube or on uoflife.com, leave your comments about how this worked for you. Did you have some successes? Do you have any questions? Ask away, and I'll be happy to respond to those. I'm kind of passionate, if you haven't noticed, about helping people to achieve their greatest potential so they can be happy and be excited and lively and connect with people and love and forgive and all those good things, because I want to live in that kind of world. So I've worked hard to kind of try and create it for myself and help whoever else I can around me. So thanks. Subscribe, share, comment, like, all those things help out the channel. And we'll be back in a minute with another subchapter of chapter 7 about one of the other worst feelings we've got on this planet. And there's tons of it all over the place, and it destroys lives and happiness and peace. And it's called shame. And it turns out that is also a little bit easier to fix than you might have thought. So see you next time. Until then, live smart, live happy, be your best self, live your best life. Cheers, Willie.